Welcome back. Welcome to Mediocre Mondays, where the games aren't mediocre, but I may be. So today we're doing EVE Online. I got challenged. Well, I set up the challenge, but you guys voted on what it would be, and I'm going to make my way towards the EVE gate in New Eden. It's kind of a long way, so on the way there I will explain what it is and whether or not we'll actually get there. Yeah, let's get cracking. So EVE Online is not necessarily something that a lot of people are familiar with on like the major scale, so I'll try to kind of go over why I like it. We are starting in Brave space because I am part of the Brave Collective. So let me bring up the map here. I'll kind of show you what we're going to do here. Let's see. We're going to New Eden. Set that as our destination. Alright, so now you can see we are traveling from here, or we are all the way over here. Which looks like it's not super far, but it is. You can sort of tell. Like, this is the entire universe, as far as EVE is concerned, and so we're going to make our way over there. Some of it's going to be dangerous, some of it's not. I had said I was going to do it in a noob ship. I'm going to start it in this ship, which is an Executor. It's not really made for fighting, but it can kind of punch above its own weight. So a lot of people don't necessarily expect it to be good, so we might actually get in a fight with it, which I think would be nice. And if that blows up, then we'll take the noob ship. But a noob ship's not going to beat anyone, ever. And that would suck. So this is kind of our space here. We're going to make our way down the pipe, and we're going to try to get to high sec. So this system right here, head GP, is the last system before you get into safe space, and then up in here, this traveling here is going to be pretty easy. So how this works is there's high security space, there is low security space, and null security space. I live in null, so I got to get out of here first. So in high security space, like if you do something bad, like you kill a guy, then the cops show up and they will kill you. Or if you steal something, there's ways to trigger it. Basically, it'd be bad. In low security space, you will still get like a criminal record for doing bad things, but cops aren't going to show up. And then in null sec, where I am, just no one cares. So, I didn't actually check intel before I did any of this. There might be bad people around. We'll find out. So, yeah, this is my spaceship. I am flying towards... We have a little space station set up near this gate so I can observe it, make sure no one's there. This is my ship and all the stuff on it. I got it rigged for armor and armor repair to keep myself alive. I have 2 repair modules, which are these 2 guys, and then these 3 things, all 4 of these things really lift up my resistances, so I will take less damage and it's easier to repair. I have a afterburner, which makes me go faster. I have a warp scrambler, which means that I can target people and then they cannot warp away. I have a stasis webifier, which slows people down, theoretically, so they can't get out of range of my warp scrambler. I have a cat booster, so like as I'm doing all these things, this is using the power on my ship, the capacitor. It's this thing down here. You can see it's at 100% right now. When I have all these things turned on, so we can go into simulation mode. When I have all these things turned on, you can see that it depletes in 1 minute. So this cat booster, I can trigger that, and that'll give me a bunch of power back. Up here I got a couple guns. They're not great. They're just there for the slots. And I have an energy neutralizer, which will take away power from other ships. You can shut them down entirely if they don't have a lot of cap. But really, most of my damage is coming from my drones, which is these guys. I probably should have had all damage drones, but whatever. We didn't do that. Alright, this looks safe enough. We're going to head down here.
Warp drive active.
I'm going to gloss over a ton of shit because EVE is the most complicated game in existence. But if you guys have any questions, hit me up. And I will do my best to answer. I've been playing off and on for a long time. Hold on, I can actually tell you. So this is a Stargate. This will get us to the next system. It was born in 2011, so I've been playing this off and on for 6 years. Let's see. There's only... Okay, so everyone in here is blue, which means they're friendly, except one dude. I'm not super worried about that, so we're going to head to the next gate.
Warp drive active.
Hey. There is a guy near us who's the one neutral who can actually fight us, and he is an Evelator, which is a noob ship. So now I'm wishing we brought a noob ship, and we could have found that guy. But we didn't. So basically, we are traveling across... This is the space system we're in. So like the gates are on the sides that go to the other systems. So you take a Stargate to get to the new solar system. You travel across that solar system to get to the gate that goes to the next one. So you can't just like jump to where you want to go. Oh, you know what? Before we jump, I will actually show you guys. You know what? I'm not going to show you that. It doesn't look like anything special. But you can actually take what's called a jump bridge. And that would be the easy way out of here. I think that goes against the spirit of what we're trying to do here, so I'm not going to take it. But it would have taken us right to the exit of Nullsec. One of our friendly alliances has that set up. Test. A bunch of people from Reddit, actually. They are nice to us. We recently reset our standings with one of our close neighbors, Circle of Two. There's all kinds of weird drama and stuff that I'm not super up on. But basically our space is more dangerous now than it has been in a little bit, so just gotta keep our eyes open. I'm kind of hoping something happens, just not my death. But there's a lot of space between here and the new Eden Gate. So why am I going to the new Eden Gate? So the lore of Eve is based on basically future humans, us, found a gigantic wormhole and went through it, and there was just all this space, stuff they'd never seen. They examined the stars, and none of it was familiar. Like, it would be another dimension, another, at the very least, another whole nother section of the universe. And so it had all these resources and stuff, so they went out and colonized it and everything, and then this gate collapsed. And, like, these were... Ooh, there's a dude here. Is he going to be a problem? No, he jumped. Okay, so this gate collapsed, all these colonies weren't really set up to be completely self-sufficient. So, like, humanity almost died out here, but there were a lot of people. And from it rose the 4 factions of people, which ends up being kind of the 4 main factions of ships. And maybe we can go over those. But anyway, when the gate exploded, it left behind like this landmark that is super important to the lore of the game. And so every player is supposed to go see it at some point. And that's what we're going to go do. I have seen it before, but, you know, Eve is a like 10-year-old game, at least. Maybe more? I don't know. So it's had a lot of graphical improvements over the years, so like it will look totally different than the last time I saw it. Surf Spider asks, what are my PC specs? This PC is relatively new. I got rocking a 1080 here, and I've got an ultra widescreen monitor. You can kind of tell that this whole, let's see, I'm gonna do this, that is all widescreen. Actually, I typically play Eve on this widescreen and the monitor next to it. I had to shrink it for you guys. Where are all these wrecks? Something happened here. That's not good. No, those are NPC wrecks. Yeah, so I am more than capable of pushing this. A ship showed up like right at the last second. We're gonna bounce out of here.
Warp drive active.
I don't know if he's gonna come after me or not. There are several bad guys here. I really should have checked this gate before I just warped to it. We might be warping into something bad. So we're getting closer to the exit of Nullsec, and if you want to get into Nullsec or out of it, like to go do a trade route or something, you have to come through here. So there's actually a really high chance of there being a gate camp, which would be, you know, these guys sitting on a gate waiting to kill you. They are not here, or at least not on this side of it. Which is honestly kind of surprising. I've got a friendly going through before me. Maybe he will distract them. That would be nice. If there are guys on the other side of this. Only 3 bad guys. They're not here.
Warp drive active.
We couldn't kill 3 guys, but we might be able to hold our own and like get some action out of it. I don't really know. Depends on what those 3 guys are flying. And whether or not this other dude, Fist of War, helped us out. It would be nice to get something to happen here. That's kind of how it's kind of how Eve is. You have to be okay with doing kind of mundane stuff sometimes, and then it's punctuated by these like crazy intense moments of action. So like if this ship blows up, it is gone. And the money that paid for it, like you can get insurance, but it gets maybe 20% of it. And yeah, so there's real stakes when you play. I'm not flying a very expensive ship, but you can get ships that are worth thousands of. There's no one here. You can get ships that are worth thousands of real money dollars, because you can buy the in-game currency ISK. So like 15, I think it's $20 gets you about 1.8 billion. So it's roughly $1 million in-game is a cent. Which sounds like a great conversion until you realize that a lot of the ships, like some of the bigger ships, like the crazy carriers and super carriers and stuff, are, you know, they're $20 billion. So that's a couple $100. Let's see, what do we got here? Really, there's no one here. There is one other dude here who I'm not seeing on my scans. And he might be at this exit gate. No, he's not at the exit gate, because the exit gate, I can scan up to 14 AUs away from myself. Astronomical unit is the distance from the Earth to the Sun, and it's used for kind of solar system distances. So I can scan up to 14 away from myself, almost 15, and so I would know if he was there, and he's not. So the most dangerous part of this was not dangerous at all. So, I'm going to jump through. Is this like Mass Effect? The world is actually very similar to Mass Effect, like the way the Stargates work and stuff like that. But in general, you were... Okay, I was freaking out. I am in high sec. There is a dude here. I don't know what he's doing. Oh yeah, I could still be at war. Am I at war with you? No. So just so we're... okay, let me get moving before I start talking. So when you jump through a Stargate, you are cloaked for 1 minute. You've got 1 minute to figure out what the hell you're going to do if there's a bunch of guys there. Whether on this side. So in HiSec, I said that the cops show up if you attack someone, but not if their corporation is at war with your corporation. So people are at war with Brave, so we might see some more targets here. That is typically bad news, because the people hunting war targets prey on ships like myself that are just traveling around, and they might have like a really expensive ship because they can more or less decide whether or not to fight. Like, they're not going to take a fight they're not going to win. That would suck. To further answer the question of is this like Mass Effect, there's lore, but there's no story really. Like, when you first sign up, there's a new player experience where you kind of get some story beats and stuff like that. But after that's done, they teach you how to do kind of the main things. They teach you how to mine an asteroid. They teach you how to go exploring. They teach you how to fight other ships, and they just kind of dump you in the world. And all EVE content is generated by players. Like, this ship, somebody built this ship. All these modules on my ship, somebody built these. Somebody manufactured. Somebody mined an asteroid to generate the minerals, and then used a blueprint, and then generated all that stuff. It's actually even more complicated to get a lot of these modules because they're tier 2 modules, so they had to like explore around and find the technology and all that jazz. It gets really in the weeds, which I don't want to say is a bad thing. It's one of the nice things about EVE is that sorry, I was just keeping an eye on this guy. There's always somewhere deeper to dig and find more stuff. Let me show you how many damn spaceships there are. So, I'm in the market, so this is how I would buy stuff. So ships, you got all these classes of ships. I'm in a cruiser right now. That's kind of like a medium-sized ship. Below that is destroyers and frigates. And then you've got battle cruisers are bigger than cruisers. Battleships are bigger than that. And then you've got capital ships like carriers and dreadnoughts and super carriers. And then Titans are the very biggest. We are unlikely to see a Titan. But they are huge. They are as big as space stations, and they're really cool to see. And you could own one if you play the game enough. So, Agile, the system we are jumping into now, has a space station in it. And we are going to set our medical clone there, so that if we die, I will awake there, as opposed to back where we started, because, I don't know, if we hit, like, a bad stretch, we might never make it. I don't want to redo 30 minutes of flying around. Like, it may seem like I'm not, like, when I showed you that world map, it may seem like I wasn't traveling that far, but space is big, man. It's just truly massive area. Got some more people trickling in. Welcome.
Docking permission requested. Docking
why we didn't
request
dock before that. So yeah, part of the deal is, let me get out of the ship. I can show you what I'm actually inside. This little tiny guy. Yeah, I'll show you this one. Let me get my skin on it so it looks cool. This little tiny guy is my pod, so I'm a capsuleer, as are all the other players. Whoops. And, these pods go inside the ships, and you, like, interface your entire brain. It's why one person can do a ship that's this big. It's hard to get it's hard to get an idea for the scale here. Let me show you, like, look at it like an Armageddon. So, like, this is a battleship. You can kind of tell that, like, in the side here, these are, like, windows. Those tiny little things. Like, this ship is massive. And you probably have a crew, and they blow up when you blow up, but you don't care because you wake up somewhere else. Because you have a medical clone. Here's the clone bay. So, I'm going to make this station my new home station for now. I also have something which is called jump clones. So, like, I have copies of myself stored around space if I want to jump to them. So I've got one in Amar, which is like a trade route. I've got one kind of close to home at a staging zone, and then I've got one actually at home. So I can, once we get to the Eve Gate, depending on the state of my ship, I may just blow it up and zoom home. Alright, so we're good. Let's undock. Let's go. Yeah, Case Money, I realize it still says Dark Souls 3. I don't have permission to change that. And I forgot to tell Shane to do it. I texted him, so maybe he'll do it before the stream is over, but this is not Dark Souls 3. Spoiler.
Warp drive active.
So one thing, you know what? Stop. Let's warp to the sun. One of the things about Eve is that it is absolutely beautiful. The sun is on the other side of this planet, so we're kind of in its shadow right now. So let's warp over there and you can see it. This is a game that makes Dark Souls 3 say, well, that's hardcore. Finish warping here. Turn off my HUD. Like, just look at that shit, man. That is pretty. It's really cool when stuff blows up. And it is awe-inspiring sometimes, the size of everything, and you get in these fleets with, with real people. Like, I very commonly fly around with 50 to 100 other real people, and then we go fight 50 to 100 other real people. And win or lose, like, it's always a lot of fun. Your corporation has these whole chain of command things, like you have your fleet commander who tells you where to go and stuff, and people follow orders, or they don't, and they die. You have scouts, you have different roles in your fights. So, like, this ship that I'm flying right now is actually a repair ship, kind of a healer. I have not outfitted it that way. I'm more kind of trying to bait people into fighting me, but so I would repair other ships. You have damage dealer ships. You have ships that fly around and drop interdiction bubbles, which keep people from warping away so that you can hold them down for a fight. You have super fast ships that come in and disrupt, like I talked about with the Scrambler before. And then you have your crazy capital ships that come in and typically just fight other capital ships, but maybe they'll blow away some guys my size too.
Warp drive active.
So I feel like we're making pretty good time. Let's take a look at the map here. So we are safe. We're in high sec until we get to Ami, whatever. And then we're in low sec all the way to New Eden, where the Eve Gate is. But yeah, again, the moments this game creates are second to none. Like when you get in a really tense fight and you kill some dude, sometimes even when you die, it's the addiction that keeps you coming back. So yeah, I showed you before, this character was created in 2011, but obviously I have not been playing that entire time. But this time, I came back maybe 6 months ago. I've really been enjoying it. This was the first time I moved to nullsec and joined a big corporation, and I really like the concept of just constantly fighting other people and like not worrying about money really. Like I have money enough for this kind of ship, but I'm not flying capital ships and, you know, thousands of dollars, thousands of real world dollars around or anything like that. So it's nice to not care if I blow up. Just go looking for fun. Previously, when I played Eve, I'd stayed in high security space because I didn't want to die, and I flew like really expensive ships that I was always scared of losing, so I never did anything dangerous with them. And that gets boring. So I stopped doing it. But yeah, definitely enjoying this time around. I could have brought my super expensive ship. I have a Legion, which is worth about $1 billion. So like 20 real dollars, I guess. Maybe 15. People are unlikely to start a fight with that ship, because it is much more powerful than the ship I'm flying now. So that's why I chose this one. Also, this is a $40 million ship, so if it blows up, it's 40 cents as opposed to, you know, 15 bucks if I lose my nice ship. While I am traveling, I'm going to try to show you guys an image of what the game looks like across all my monitors. Try to see if I can add this over here. Still in high security space, I should be good to go if I'm not really paying attention. You see that? That is how I play the game typically. Spread across these two monitors. There's a lot to manage, so it is nice to have that kind of screen real estate. A lot of people play like they multi-boss, like they have multiple clients running. I'm not cool enough for that, but maybe someday. So, oh, we're in the last high sex space. This is a Kona Golden Ale. I've been slacking the last couple weeks, having pina coladas and then no drink at all, but I'm back to my beers. This one's a pretty good one. Oh, you can see it. There you go. Alright, here we go, boys. Let's see what's on the other side. I'm a little worried that there's nothing on the other side, but we'll see how this goes. So over here is the local chat channel. Any ship has to be in it. So you can tell that there are 6 people in the system, including me. They might be in a space station, they might be floating around space, or they might be waiting at the next gate to kill me. I don't know. Let's find out. Okay, so I can scan here. One of them is in a stealth bomber. That's a bummer. One is in an Orco, which is a big, like, kind of mining ship. Not worried about that. A Bestower is a transport ship. Not worried about that. And a Venture is a tiny baby noob ship, so I'm not worried about that either. The stealth bomber, I don't think he could kill me. Could he? No, he could not. A single volley of torpedoes would not kill me, and I could probably rep up the rest. And it didn't show up anyway. So one of the things that's funny is, like, you know, I was showing you all the different ship types. Within each ship type, there's a couple subtypes. So, like, I'm in a repair cruiser, there's attack cruisers, there's, let's just say there's 4 different types of cruisers. There's 4 different races that those cruisers have ships for. So, like, that's 16 cruisers right there, and then all of them have unique names. Let's see, what do we got here?
Warp drive active.
Nobody on scan. And that's just one ship class, so, like, there are hundreds of different types of ships, and so, like, when you start the game, like a lot of it's learning these different ship types. Like if you see a saber on scan, that means there is someone with a that can drop a bubble that you can't get out of, and you gotta watch out. This guy's an executioner. He's a fast little ship. He could tie me down. If he got too close to me, I could destroy him terribly. But if he stays out of my range, it could be kind of a problem. He is not on the gate, though. You can kind of see these things are gates. So there are 4 in this system. So there's a lot of ways in and out of here. He is unlikely to be at the gate that I am going through. So on the off chance that we get to the Eve gate with like a ton of time to spare, I will just fly into nullsec until someone fights me. And we'll see what happens. So I'm kind of like black and orange here. I actually have another skin for this ship. Like a brown ship. It's a little bit sneakier. But we want to stand out. We want people to grab us. So we're going to go back to the black and orange. Let's see. These ships aren't very big. These are NPC ships, but I could still fight them if you guys want to see some action. And we might attract the attention. Shit, that's a Stratios. I really don't want to get in a fight with the Stratios. You know what? Screw it. Let's do this. I don't really know what to expect from these ships. They're over here. They're tracking disrupting me. Luckily, I wasn't going to use my guns on them anyway. So I sent out my drones. They are attacking this dude, making short work of him. I'm keeping my eye on the scan to see what the Stratios is up to. He is off the scan. Bad news is Stratios can cloak. So the Stratios is like a... He's a cruiser. He's my size. He's a much more advanced ship than I am. And he could be right on my butt, cloaked, and I wouldn't know. So that would be it. That would be a bummer. These guys are getting close enough that I'm going to shoot them with my guns. As soon as I find them. Oh man, that guy's weak as shit. Blowing through him with my tiny little gun. Alright, blow up the other one. Blow up that guy with my guns. Let's get this last guy. So, at least you get to see something. Yay. So he dropped some loot. I'm not gonna bother checking that out because I fully expect my ship to blow up. But if you blow up other players, some of their stuff blows up, some of it doesn't. So you might find really expensive modules, like hundreds of millions of dollars. Or you might just find regular shit, like I've got. If somebody blows me up, they're not gonna get rich. I feel like I'm not really selling Eve, and I'm not even sure I should sell Eve. But God, like, swallows your mind. Like this fit that I've got going on the ship, I really like it. Like I spent a lot of time thinking about what could fit where and what to use, and so like you can see each of these items takes up. You can sort of see on the screen. Oh shit! I'll simulate it. So like if I turned this item off, I get a little bit of my power and CPU grid back. So like you can tell that like different items have different values for that. So you can only fit so much stuff. And there's a lot of thought that can go into what you put on your ship as well as what ship to take. So like the same ship could be used for different stuff. Like this ship is not meant to do what I'm doing with it. But there's no rule not to. So I'm gonna do it. Or not, apparently, because no one's here. These you can kind of see these lines in the background here. That is our route that we are going. Those are the next 6 stars. Ending in that bright star right there is New Eden. They actually rendered all the stars in the galaxy. So like if you set a destination that's like on the other side of the galaxy, you can like see the lines snaking around. It's really cool. Alright. Second to last system. One dude in here. GD. Oh, I thought it was GD Shane. It'd be hilarious if Shane was like an Eve super player and was sitting here waiting for us to murder us. That would make me really happy, actually. Just going to Eden. Yeah, I really don't know what this is gonna look like. So I hope it's really fucking cool. Because we just spent, you know, like 30 minutes flying here. And then we're gonna spend a couple minutes flying to our death. Never got a scan on this guy. I don't know where he was. Alright, there's one dude in here. New Eden observation point. Let's go there.
Warp drive active.
Oh man, is that it? That was nuts. I don't know where we're flying to. Oh, this is someone's station. Interesting. Alright, nobody's on scan. But this Reitaru is a player. Came here and placed this because he wanted to look at the wormhole, I guess. I guess let's go to the star?
Warp drive active.
No, it's gonna take us down there. No, stop. Where we're trying to go? Jove Observatory? Oh, let's hit all. Oh, this is all that's here. Let's go to the planet.
Warp drive active.
Can I not get closer to this thing? Looks neat, but I want to be all up its business. Huh. Oh, it's massive. Okay. It does look neat. Huh. I don't know that that was worth a 30-minute flight and a 30-minute trip back, but it is pretty cool. Yeah, there's no way to get closer to that. That is surprising. Alright, well let's head to the Promised Land Gate. And let's get on our map and let's see where the most dangerous space. Oh man, we're kind of like... Yeah, you can see the... There's really no way out of this pipe at the moment. We just gotta go back around. So yeah, let's go to where those purposes were. See if we can find them. kind of expected a little bit more challenge than I found here. It's kind of a bummer. Maybe we can come up with another Eve challenge to do some other time. Or just like offline. It's tough to say like Monday at 9 I'm gonna have fun at Eve. It's more about being available when fleets are going out and stuff like that. Let's see, where was I? Gateway when I found those guys? I think it was Gateway.
Warp drive active.
What's the best animal? I don't know, man. An eagle, I guess. Killzone's really pulling his weight here, trying to keep the chat lively. So, yeah, there's a new guy in here, but I don't know where he is either, so we're just going to move on. Do you need to deal with fuel in this game? Sometimes. I personally, and most ships have like reactors that generate energy, so like you can see my capacitors filling up. So like, you could technically run out, but you'll generate more.
Warp drive active.
There's a dude in here. Ooh, an Legion. You know what? Stop. Let's just sit here. Oh, he's cloaky. That's not good. So a Legion is actually the very nice ship that I had. I'm gonna make it look like we're coming back to this gate. Maybe he'll jump on us. He would probably here it is. Holy shit. He jumped? What in the world? Why would he not fight me? God, I wasn't close enough. I'm gonna try to catch him on the other side. And that would be sweet. Maybe he's gonna fight us over here. He just... He just cloaked. Which means he may be just flying away. Or he's gonna pounce on me? I don't know. What's up with this dude? He is likely gone, which sucks. Just to give you some perspective, this is like, I'm a minnow. I swam by a shark and was like, hey, let's fight. And the shark said no and kept moving. So that sucks. Oh, he might have been hunting these guys. He might just not want to bother with me, which is fair. The miners that were in the system had pretty nice mining ships, so he might have been here to kill them. I'm not sure. So to get back to the fuel thing, like, so ships are all electric, I guess, for lack of a better term. But also you can do things where you use a jump drive. So like I could jump from here to a system 6 systems over, given a Sino field, and that uses types of fuel, and then these space stations, like the ones that users put down, they also run on fuel. So you can harvest ice and stuff and make fuel. You can make fuel other ways. I don't remember all the ways. I don't really play the game on that level. I'm not cool enough. Does my ship have a name? It does. It is called I don't know why you can't see that. Show phone. It is called Executive Exec 4 because I blew up the last 3 that were this fit. Yeah, you can get a real Firefly vibe from Eve if you want to. There's like a show, I guess, on YouTube called shit. I'm gonna have to like look it up. Oh, it's called Clear Skies. So search for Eve Online Clear Skies, and it's like they use the Half-Life engine and in Eve to like make like a little kind of Firefly-esque movie. It's pretty sweet. It is old, but it still holds up, I think. So I got Vo3 be okay here somewhere. This is a very small system, so he's not on scan. He must be docked up. In short, I am trying to find out where ships are blowing up. So we're in Digimam, or Anthem. There's been nothing going on in this system. God, there's no one in this one.
Warp drive active.
Man, I certainly did find like a real shit zone to be. Oh, let's see. Okay, here we go. So I'm looking at this map trying to see what systems near us have anything going on, and none of them do. So that blows. Can get to Gundista. That's got some serious shit going on. If I can just get to Nullsec, like, people will kill me in Nullsec. I'm not worried about that. Let's see where this Gundista place is. Whoops. I had it. I think it's where I'm headed. I'm gonna go through it. Okay. God, yeah, what a bummer. Beginning to think should have played some Battlegrounds. Okay, when we get to Gal Nafsad, which is 3 gems. Gal Nafsad is adjacent to some action. So maybe we'll find some ships. Alright. Big money, no whammies for people being in Shipissen. I mean, the like cloudy thing, that's like, there's one dude here. Let's go to Gundista. Gundista is close enough. Everything is close enough that it should be showing up on my scan. Bummer. So, the map I was looking at that told me that Gundista had some action in it, it just means there was action in like the last few hours. Could have been a fleet here, could have been anything. All we have is Lucy Badger Nips. Oh man.
Warp drive active.
We're gonna make our way to Nullsec, and we will find someone to kill us. Planet looks sweet. Oh man, this is the worst stream. Sorry, everyone. There's actually a lot of people that do kind of what I'm doing now, but in, I guess, more populated regions of space, and they just run around and get fights and like do this stuff on Twitch. And it's really interesting to watch if you're familiar with the game, because these guys are like, they're on it, man. They know what ships counter what, like, to the perfect degree, and they always know like whether or not to take a fight. It's the skill curve with which you can play this game is ridiculous, so it's fun to see people that are really good at it. It doesn't mean they're going to win their fights, because, like, that's one thing I really like about EVE, is that you could start EVE tomorrow as a free character, pay 0 money, and be effective in a fleet. Like, you'll be flying small ships, but, like, fleets need that shit, man. Nobody here.
Warp drive active.
We're so close. It's funny, I'm saying this like as soon as we get to Null, there's going to be like 20 dudes waiting for me, but there might not be. And that, my friends, is how boring EVE has gotten. Is it we're talking about the weather? Oh man, I wish I could fast forward this shit. I take full responsibility for this. Oh hey. What's up, bro? Oh, he's jumping through. I'll never catch him. Damn it. So yeah, our goal is to die, and that guy in his Tristan, which is a small frigate, he would not have killed us. Oh my gosh, there's not much going on in Nullsec either, as far as I can tell. Hey, there's one dude in here. Not near me.
Warp drive active.
This makes it seem a lot like there's like no one playing EVE, but that's not really true. They're just not here. Are there alien races in this game? Yes and no. There are very weird races, but by all accounts they are descendants of the original humans that went through the Eve Gate super long ago. They just, some of them got like into genetic engineering and turned themselves into weird things, and some of them turned themselves into like weird computer zombies. But they're all roughly human of origin. This is straight up empty. Alright, let's try RF. There's nobody in RF, then we're going back to whatever the fuck, that other place. There's a couple dudes here. Alright, so I'm going to get into a fight with these NPCs. They may kill me. If not, hopefully being in one place for this long will result in someone else finding me. Alright, so I'll just keep blowing this guy away. Hoping for someone to capitalize on my relative weakness. I'm not sure what this guy in the Stratius is doing. Alright, let's pull drones and let's go to the sun. Let's see if this guy's gonna come. Alright, I don't know if this guy's coming or not, man. Oh hey, Stratius. What up, bro? No! Did he cloak? No, he jumped away. This guy's gonna like come get me or what? Oh, here he is. Oh, it's the same dude. He got in a different ship. There we go. This might go really poorly. Let's heat up our armor. Let's get in right on his butt. He is fast, but not for long. Oh, we're webbing each other. That's awesome. Oh shoot, I'm still shooting the wrong guy. Alright, well I got him down to his armor. He's gotta be armor tanked, right? Oh my god, he's folding like a... No, he's rebel. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna start killing his drones. I don't know how many he can hold. Oh, why am I not nuding this guy? Damn it. So if I was nuding this guy, I would have been taking his cap, and then theoretically I break his heart. He might make my cap first, I'm not sure. I don't know how many charges I have left. I have a lot, never mind.
Our module has run out of charges.
The question is, what has he got? He lost his,
Our module has run out of charges.
Oh no, he's back to webbing and scamming me. The question is, when's he gonna run out and when am I gonna run out?
Our module has run out of charges.
think I can break his tank. I guess we will find out.
A module has run out of charges.
He is not shooting my drones, which is nice of him. And I'm just slowly working through his. He's also got this guy on me.
A module has run out of charges.
Ooh. Sort of working on his tank a little. Is he going down? He might be neutered out. That would be kind of amazing.
A module has run out of charges.
God, he might be. It's going down slow, though.
A module has run out of charges.
Alright, so I'm going to get back to killing those guys. 'Cause I am going to run out of charges at some point. I've got 6 left.
A module has run out of charges.
He's having trouble hitting me, which is nice. Oops.
A module has run out of charges.
Yes, yes, yes. I feel like he's got drones for days. I don't know that me killing his drones is actually doing anything. Just gonna put the gun back on him. Oh my gosh, if I killed him, that would be insane. God, he's low armor, man.
A module has run out of charges.
Now I just need to not die in the interim. I can't believe it. I can't believe we're gonna kill this guy. I guess let's make sure we do first.
A module has run out of charges.
But for reference, a battle cruiser should not die to a cruiser like me. This is embarrassing for him. And awesome for me. Oh man, it's gonna happen. I mean, I don't understand why he's not like calling for help at this point. We've been here for like 6 days. He's gone. Boom. Good fight. I'm gonna kill this guy's drones. Because, okay. We'll see what he had on him.
module has run out of charges.
Got loot you got, bro? I mean, nothing crazy. I'll take it. Nevertheless, that was a pretty sweet ending. I never expected that he would kill me. Or I'm sorry, that I would kill him. So I'm gonna dock up and call it a day.
Warp drive active.
Whew. Hello, Alex Sifted Mod. We are ending the stream here. This is not as exciting as I had hoped it would be, but thank you for joining me anyway. Next week, I promise I will do something more exciting. Check out the forums, and we will do votes on what challenges we want to do. And yeah, be back here at 9 p.m. on Monday. And I will not play Eve again, at least not with the goal of going to the Eve gate. God, I can't believe I killed that guy. That was actually pretty sweet. Feel pretty good about it. Can I not dock here?
Permission requested. Docking request accepted.
I can dock here. Awesome.